Hello everyone, and let's take a look at our second part of the 5.0 class changes. We're going to take a look at the tech users. We took a look at the force users in the last video, should I say. We're going to start with the Scoundrel. We're going to use Republic terminology here, okay? Public terminology we're going to use now because Empire terminology was too confusing. A lot of things removed from the Scoundrel. Not necessarily a bad thing. Stealth, obviously. Sneak has been incorporated into stealth, so sneak has been removed. Your cover is gone. Take cover's gone. Crouch is gone. Charge burst is also gone. Slice droid, again, we said that in the previous video. The Sentinels one has gone. You can't CC droids anymore. That pull before the first boss in Athens is going to be fun. That's going to be fun if they increase the level cap of the droids. So you still got your CC, you still got your other CC. You don't have two CCs anymore. Interesting. Interesting. So cover, not a big loss, to be honest. Scoundrel, you want to be mobile. Obviously sneak isn't a big loss because they just integrated it into the class. Doesn't really make any difference to us if they've integrated it in. So Sawbones is getting Panachean Punch. Okay, Colto Pack grants Panachean Punch, increases the critical chance of our next emergency med pack by 100%. Can only occur once every 18 seconds. So a little bit of a minor buff to our instant cast heal there. Of course, emergency med pack is our instant cast, consumes the charge of upper hand. So you're going to get an auto crit there. Okay, we take crit anyway as a Scoundrel healer, so, it's nice to get a nice little auto crit. Ruffian is getting cut to the quick. Point blank shot grants cut to the quick. Increases the critical chance and critical damage or critical healing of your periodic effects by 30% for 6 seconds. So it's going to... it's alright. It's a bit boring, but... it's alright. I mean, it's alright. It's okay. 30% increase for 6 seconds. Obviously in PvP you'll use it for the heal. Obviously you've got your slow release med pack. If you have that up in PvP, so you'll get a nice little buff there to your survivability, I guess, in PvP. And of course you're going to get a buff to your damage, because obviously you're going to have your dots up before you hit point blank shot then. Cheap shots is what we're getting from where it's been updated, okay. Increase the damage dealt by quick shot, blaster volley, point blank shot by 5%, down from 10. What do you get? Cheap shots. So cheap shots has just been changed, okay. So it's just gonna be after using you gain cheap shots for 6 seconds, increases the damage down of your sharp bomb or vital shot. Oh, that's still Ruffian actually. I thought that was the other one. So it's gonna be down a little bit. It's been nerfed, which is a shame. You've got Scrapper has on the shoot, which sounds like on the game. I thought it was on the game. I thought, what? My Scoundrel's a prostitute now? Great. Suppose she might be. I don't know. I haven't logged into her for months. So damage dealt by Blood Boiler makes the target with on the game. I'm gonna call it on the game. On the shoot. Okay, allowing your next backblast to be used against the target. Backblast against the target to be usable face to face with the target, and as though it's being attacked from stealth. Good. So you're getting a buff to backblast basically. You don't have to be behind the target, which means we're not taking that idiot Corso, although we don't have to take that idiot Corso because anybody can tank now, I guess. But we had to put up with that idiot for a few years. Good to see that as well. Good to see that we're also Shifty Eyed. I like that. It's getting an update. Your stealth detection goes up to 5. Instead of 2. So your stealth detections go up to 15. Which basically what sneak did. So you'll get the extra chance to detect stealthers as well. Useful for PvP, kind of useless in PvE. But it's good to see we can use our backblast. It doesn't really affect as well raiding. It affects us more while questing than raiding, to be honest. Because questing was the time when you want to use backblast, although getting it used from stealth is good for raiding, so, good stuff. I like the Scrapper spec. It's a cool little spec. Utility changes, you are getting Slippery Shooter. Ooh, I like the terminology for the Scoundrel. Scamper grants you a charge of Slippery Shooter, reducing the energy cost of your next quick shot by 100%, allowing it to be used at 30 meters and making it knock the target back. Each use of quick shot consumes a charge of Slippery Shooter and it grants you 10 energy. Useful for an energy, quick energy gain. You know, you can get it 30-meter range as well. Temporarily is quite nice. No energy costs. It could be useful, you know, as a healer it might be useful there if you got no healing to do. If you're doing farm content maybe, and you can get the 10 energy back. It's quite nice. You got Back At You. Dodge grants a stack of Back At You, giving you Saber Reflect, reflecting single target tech or force damage, while Dodge is active. Pity we couldn't use that on Underlurker. That's a pity. That's a pity. Imagine that on Underlurker. Imagine that Devastate. Devastate, of course, is a melee attack. Can't do that. That'd be quite hilarious. One shot the Lurker. Just come at me, bro. One shotted. Because, of course, you stand in front of the Underlurker as a Scoundrel. So dodge grants charge of bat. So you can use dodge on tech and force attacks, basically. So it doesn't say if it's going to reduce the damage. As long as they've not got rid of Scramble, which they haven't got rid of Scramble, good stuff. We can still cheese the Underlurker. We can cheese the Underlurker. The other ability, which doesn't have a Scoundrel name, is Curative Counter Agent. Okay, which is the Imperial one. It doesn't have a name yet for the Scoundrel. I'm sure I'll think of something. For that. Something scoundrelly. Slippery shootery. Countermeasures grants Curative Counter Agent, causing your next Colto Probe to immediately grant 2 stacks. Ooh, that's alright. Additionally, Countermeasures heals you for 1% of your maximum health, so you can get the instant. Countermeasures is your surrender as a Scoundrel as well. So you got your surrender there. It's your threat dump. Basically, gives you the 1% health back, so when you surrender, and you've got your Colto Probe to give you 2 stacks. Good stuff, which is your slow release med pack as well. Flash Powder's being removed, although Curbing Shots is getting merged into Curbing Strategies is going to be what Flash Powder's getting removed. Curbing Shots and Flash Powder getting merged into Curbing Strategies. Quick Shot and Blaster Volley reduce the movement speed of targets 40%. Additionally, after Flashbang ends, the target's accuracy has been reduced by 20%, down from 40. Used to be 40%. No, in fact, it was always 20. Used to be, no, in fact, I'm thinking of the other one. What's the other target reduction? Oil Slick, that's the other one. The Vanguard one. I'm thinking of the wrong ability there. So that is, I mean, Flash Powder was always useful, especially on Revanite Commanders. Really useful there. Okay, 20% less accuracy. Stopping Power is being removed. Tendon Blast, immobilizing the target. That's been gone. Although it's been added to Anatomy Lessons, reduces the energy cost of Dirty Kick and Tendon Blast, and it's going to immobilize the target, so it's getting rolled into one. We've also got Dirty Trickster as well. Again, it's going to be merged with Sedatives as well. KO is coming back to do the knockdown, so it's not going to interrupt and immobilize. It's going to knock down the target when you use Back Blast or Point Blank Shot from stealth. If the target is a player, so it's not going to be usable on players. So we're getting the knockdown again. Yay! The knockdown's coming back. We've got Sleight of Foot, which reduces the cooldown on Trick Move. Trick Move can be used well. Trick Move will grant Upper Hand as well. So Trick Move can be used well immobilized, and it will grant us Upper Hand. Trick Move is, of course, your Gap Closer or your Get Out of Shit button. You can use it on an ally, you can use it on an enemy. So we'll take a look at the Gunslinger. Dirty Kick has been removed. Oh, no kicking the balls if you're a Gunslinger. Only them scoundrels go for the balls. Just remember, okay, it doesn't matter if they're a Sith Lord. They can be all-powerful Sith Lords. They can shoot lightning out of their arms. They can choke you with their fingers. But you kick them in the nuts, they'll go down like anybody else, okay? Being replaced with Below the Belt, okay? Blast the target for energy damage. It's going to have a 10-meter range. Blasts the target for energy damage and stuns it. So you're going to get below the belt. It's really dirty kick. You're going to shoot them in the... Oh, you're shooting their balls off. We thought kicking them in the balls was bad. You're going to shoot them in the deck. You literally, with a shotgun, to the deck. That's what they're going to give us. Shotgun to the deck. Yeah, you're going to... Not shotgun, you're going to shoot them in... Not shotgun, we're Gunslinger. We're going to shoot them in the deck with our laser pistol. We are going to shoot someone in the deck. Just think of that. Just think of that, Star Wars. Okay, Star Wars. You know, family friendly. Shoot someone in the deck. Shoot him in the deck. I mean, Han shot first, but he didn't shoot Greedo in the deck, at least. You know. He might have shot first. I want shoot first back. That was a cool name for an ability. Blaster Whip, Quick Shot, and of course Slice Droid have gone. Blaster Whip, yeah, okay. We've lost that. Useful if you got a gap closed, really, but you still got below the belt is there. Quick Shot been removed as well. So obviously the thing that removed your what was it called again? I don't remember. The thing that gave you the thing on quick shots, I think that utility's been removed. They reduced the energy cost of quick shots. You've got Sharpshooter spec is getting stay down. Damage dealt with aimed shot to a target with less than 30% health. Grants stay down, increases the damage of our next quick draw by 20%. It's going to be quite useless in PvE. Well, useful in an execute phase, but I don't think it'd be that good. Dirty Fighting is getting Hemorrhaging Havoc. Hemorrhaging Blast now applies Hemorrhaging Havoc to the target. So it's going to cause internal damage whenever the target takes damage from a sharp bomb. It's not really going to change anything. Cheap Shots is being renamed to Nice Try. Same thing. Okay. Damage dealt by Charge Burst, Dirty Blast, Wounding Shots, 5%. Sharp Bomb and Vital Shots. And they're replaced by a Lingering version. This is going to be the same thing. Saboteur is getting So Chaos. Ooh, I like the sound of that. But you see, the Gunslinger Smuggler names are really good. Like, normally the Imperial names are better for the Force users, but in terms of the Gunslinger and the Scoundrel, they're way better. They're way better. The Conductive Conduit is going to be the Empire one. When Sabotage Charge damages the target, So Chaos deals additional damage per stack of blazing speed on the target. Additionally, Sabotage will harm up to 7 targets within 5 meters. The primary target is affected by your blazing speed. What the hell is blazing speed? I have no idea. Oh, it's electrified railgun. Right, I only played a sniper as engineering. So there you go. You've got your so it's gonna spread. Your electrified railgun was the dot on your series of shots. Basically, that was it. So you're gonna get more AoE. Even more AoE. Sabotage Charge is getting renamed to Explosive Charge. Same thing. Really, same thing. All of the things are being updated as well. All the tooltips will get updated as well to reflect Explosive Charge. So, cosmetic change, basically. Simple as that. Our new utilities, we've got Guile and Guns. See, I told you these were good names. Flash Grenade and Below the Belt. Oh, the shot to the deck grant execute. Oh, you just shot a man in the deck. And now you're going to get Executioner, allowing your quick draw, next quick draw within 6 seconds to be used regardless of the target's remaining health and deal 15% additional damage. You've shot a guy in the deck. You better finish him off. Shot to the deck. Finish them off. Okay? That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. I'm renaming that Shot to the Deck. That's what I'm going to rename that. Okay, Below the Belt is now Shot to the Deck. Okay. Fruitful Rumpus. Ooh. Is that saying he's got a big arse? Diversion grants 1 stack of Fruitful Rumpus. For every 2 targets initially affected, increase armor penetration by 15% per stack. Ooh, gonna turn Diversion into a DPS cooldown, I see. Interesting. So, armor penetration per stack. Lasting for 8 seconds. Ooh, that could be quite powerful, actually. For your armor pen, especially in marksmanship. You got your penetrating shots. Penetrating, or what is it? Penetrating bolts, whatever it's called. There's a lot of penetration going on. You shot a guy in the dick, then you're going to kill him, then you're going to penetrate them. Jesus. You've got Healing Hustle. Hightail it, heals you for 10% of your maximum health, and dodge lasts 5 seconds longer. So there you go, you got a nice little 10% heal when you use your Hightail it. Hightail it is, of course, your get the hell out of here. It's like Scamper, only it's only on one charge and got a longer cooldown. Wily Resistance. When Scrambling Field is active, you gain a charge of Wily Resilience. I nearly read that as Willy Resistance there. Willy Resistance. Oh, that would be awesome. I've got Willy Resistance. See, see, Willy Resistance is a debuff that causes women to become lesbians. That's what it becomes. All straight men have it as a passive. That's Willy Resistance right there. When Scrambling Field is activated, you gain a charge of Willy Resistance. So, you know, resist the penis. You know, you shot a guy's dick off, you may as well resist other ones anyway. There's a lot of innuendo here with the smuggler. Innuendo with the gunslinger, should I say. So, up to 4 enemies inside your Scrambling Field. Each charge increases your damage reduction by 5% when inside your Scrambling Field, and heal you for 3% of your maximum health every second. You're immune to being pulled or knocked around. Does that work on Sword Squadron? Could we just stack gunslingers for the gravity phase? The gravity thing? I wonder. Prevents you from being pulled up. You are immune. You could just everybody pop your Scrambling Field. So the per enemy in it, you gain extra damage reduction. And you get a heal. It says you get it, because obviously Scramble Field is your AoE, big AoE defensive cooldown that everyone inside it gets. So Pulse Screen is being merged with Pandemonium. Okay, activating Pulse Detonator makes our Charge Burst Dirty Blast activate instantly. It's just being merged with Pandemonium. Increases our chance to resist force tech attacks by 20% for 6 seconds as well after activating Pulse Detonator. Lumbering Impact is getting merged with Flash Powder as well. Okay, Flourish Shot reduces the movement speed of the target by 50%. Reset Engagement and Dirty Trickster as well are getting merged as well. So you've got that. Hot Pursuit, that's the one. That's the one. It's going to be changed. Basically, it gave you 4 charges of Hot Pursuit. Upon exiting cover, which reduced the energy cost of your quick shot by 100%. Now it's going to get you use Charge Burst on the move. What did I say? What did I say? They've listened to me. They've actually listened to me. They have listened to me. They've actually listened to me. My God, they have actually listened to me. What did we say we wanted with this? We said we wanted ice flows. It's ice flows. We've got ice flows, really. It's different from ice flows, okay? Although you get it when exiting cover. So, basically your next charge burst, or your next 4 charge bursts can be used while moving. Yes! So if you have to move, you can at least use charge burst. Obviously, quick shot has been removed. Yes! Re-entering cover will remove it as well, but exiting cover. So you're only going to use it when you have to move. So fights where you're going to have to move, then there you go. You've got your charge burst usable on the move. Very useful in marksmanship. Should point out, very, very useful there. You've got Perfect Scheme is being altered again. It's going to reduce the cooldown of your Bag of Tricks, which I guess is your thingy. What's it called again? Imperial Preparation, all your defensive cooldowns. Basically takes all your... It's going to reduce it by 45 seconds, increase your damage reduction by 15% for 15 seconds. So they're going up here. That's a nice little buff. Cool Under Pressure. While in cover, you now heal for 2% of your total health every 3 seconds, as opposed to 1. Alright. Okay, let's take a look at the big dick Vanguard right now. So tanking stance requirement, obviously you can use guard now in any stance. Right, so what else have we got here? Obviously the cells are now passive. Pulse cannon has been renamed. Okay, flamethrower has been renamed to searing wave, which torches everything in a 10-meter cone with a flamethrower. So it's flamethrower then. Pulse cannon is called Ion Squall. Oh, I hate Squall. He was the shitty Final Fantasy character. Jolts everything in a 10-meter cone with ion pulse. It's pulse cannon, isn't it? Same thing. It's the exact same thing, just a rename. Basically, mortar volley and death from above are being removed and replaced with artillery blitz. The only difference is it can be channeled while moving. And it has a 10-meter range as opposed to a 30-meter range now. So, you know, you've lost range, but you've gained movement. Explosive round, been removed. Yeah, missile blast is gone, finally. Explosive dart has been replaced with flak shell, or sticky grenade, should we say, has been replaced with flak shell. Basically the same thing, only explodes instantly. Exact same thing. Explodes instantly, though, rather than sticks to the target for a few seconds. Thank fuck explosive round is gone. I had never had that on my bar. Ever had that on my bar. Adrenaline Rush has been changed as well. It's been nerfed slightly by 5%. Only heals you up to 35% instead of 40%. Okay, that's a bit of a shame. Storm's been nerfed a bit. The damage has been nerfed hugely, but who cares about the damage? The damage of Storm. Yeah, no one gives a shit. It's a gap closer. Of course, you get Plasma Cell is going to be the default. High Energy Cell when you're in Tactics, and Ion Cell in Shield Specialist as well. Prototype Cylinders obviously is being changed to the thing. Plasma Tech is getting Sweltering Sear. Ooh. Ion Squall. I hate Squall. I hate him. I hate him. I hate him. We'll explain why in another video. He's a little bitch, basically. Ion Squall causes your next Fire Pulse deal 20% more damage. Still stacks up with Pulse Generator. So Pulse Generator basically gives your Ion Squall. Ion Squall. I'm gonna just call him Squall. Squall. Such a bitch. Basically, still increases your damage by 20%. Okay, and will slow affected targets as well. So you're going to want to get that off, and then you're probably going to get your thing off first. Your sweltering, your Fire Pulse off first. Fire Pulse has been renamed Plasma Flare. I don't know why it's there as well. You got Plasma Flare. Plasma Wave. Energetic Plasma Wave. Woo! Interesting to see that. Nothing else really that's new. Most of the things are cosmetic. Tactical Accelerator is the same, pretty much. Stock Strike, Tactical Surge, Flak Shell, Explosive Surge, finish the cooldown on High Impact Bolt. So you can use Flak Shell now in your rotation as well. Flak Shell does do 50% more damage as well. Your Grenadier ship. Yeah, Cell Burst is still the same. So yeah, Tactical Accelerator is Flak Shell as well. Can finish the cooldown on High Impact Bolt and make it deplete no energy shells as well. So you've always got that. Although Sticky Grenade could have been used as well before, so yeah, it's not really changed. Shield Specialist, Ion Storm. It's now instant. Okay, it doesn't have a channel time anymore. Pulse Engine has been changed. Obviously, because it made it your attacks to 50% chance to your Pulse Engine, which Ion Storm does 100% more damage instead of channel. Obviously, it's not going to channel anymore. Riot Gas has been nerfed quite a bit. Okay, covers gas over there for only 10 seconds now. And it's 15% as opposed to 30% melee and ranged accuracy. Yeah, so we've got utility changes. You've got Tow and Trounce. Harpoon deals tech damage to pulled targets and grants silences golden, causing an stock strike or shock strike against the pulled target. Deal 20% additional kinetic damage. Stun the target. There you go. Shock strike stun. There you go. Interesting. Really? PvP mostly. You would use it for. It's when you really used Harpoon. Smoldering or smothering slag. You smothering slag. You slag. Oi, you slag. Flak shell reduces the movement speed of all affected targets by 15%. There you go. Override energy constraints. Battle focus grants override energy constraints, allowing ion pulse, tactical surge, ion squall, ion storm, flank shell, artillery blitz, energy blast, energy burst, plasma flare, and plasmatize. No, I'm not repeating that. To be used at 30 meters instead of 10. Good. Good to see that in the game. So you've got, while your battle focus is active, you've got your range DPS for 15 seconds. Pretty interesting. Interesting. Few utilities have been merged. You've got battering ram instead of blitz. Okay. Using storm between 10 and 30 meters grants battering ram, which resets the cooldown on storm, increases your movement speed by 30%. While battering blitz is active, storm may be used within 10 meters of the target and deals 50% additional damage, but does not use an additional interrupt or immobilize. If you want battering, if you want to storm to a different target, then you got it. I don't really care about the damage of storm really. But yeah, everything else is just a couple of changes. Accelerated reel's been nerfed. Reflective armor went into the phrase trigger that deals damage. Damage has been nerfed. Oh, the days of off-spec tanking have gone. Reflective armor's gone. So battle focus increases damage when utilization ion cell is active, which is always going to be active. 5% damage reduction when ion cell is not being utilized. So obviously it's not a choice anymore. It's not a choice. You're going to be forced into ion storm. So we'll get to the Commando. Pulse cannon's been removed. Flamethrower has been gone. Rocket punch is gone again. I've got video. I had video footage of a Commando melee DPS that was using stock strike on the Annihilation droid. It annoyed me quite a bit because he always dropped the bloody circles where I was. I was a Vanguard. Adrenaline rush, obviously we've discussed that. Plasma cells going to be the default. Armor piercing, obviously gunnery, and combat support is going to be combat medic. Supercharge doesn't require a cell to be active, obviously. Supercharged cell powers your passive cell, still going to do the same thing. Supercharged munitions is going to reduce the pushback. It'll increase the effect of your cells. Obviously, it's still the same. The new thing that we're going to get is preemptive strike for the assault specialist. Mag bolt and charge bolts cause your targets with primed assault plastique to combust early, dealing additional damage as burned over 6 seconds. Obviously everything else is pretty much unchanged. I think you're still gonna get death from above and mortar volley there as well. Gunnery is getting the same, pretty much the same really. Cutting the fire is going to be unchanged. Cell charger is the same, and there's nothing really changing with gunnery. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Okay, combat medic is getting nothing either. Okay, medical probe grants you an extra stack of supercharge, increase the critical healing, but nothing new here. There's nothing new for combat medic. Might get added, really. The utility changes are adrenal surge. Adrenaline rush heals you for twice as much. Heals you up to 70%. Ooh, that's a big cooldown. The duration of adrenaline rush is increased by 2 seconds. So instead of 35, it's going to double up to 70%. Useful. Makes it useful. One-man army. Hindering the target with electronet grants one-man army. Increasing your alacrity by 15% for 6 seconds. You have to hinder the targets. I take it if it can't be hindered. Additionally, converting 10 charges supercharge reduces the cooldown of Adrenaline Rush by 5 seconds. Could be usable with Adrenal Surge as well. You've got Trauma Stabilizers. When Reactive Shield is active, you generate a stack of Trauma Stabilizers. Every time you receive direct damage, it stacks at 15 times. Reactive Shield expires. It instantly heals you for 5% of your maximum health. There you go. Pretty nice little heal once it finishes. You've got Suppressing Hostiles. Stealth Scan grants Suppressing Hostiles, increasing the damage or healing dealt by your next non-channeled direct damage or healing ability by 20%. So C, Bolt Storm won't work. For each target revealed from stealth, you generate an additional charge of Suppressing Hostiles. Suppressing Hostile stacks up to 5 times and lasts for 10 seconds. Very niche, that ability. It's very, very niche, really. The other ones are just things that are merged, really. But there you go. There you go. That is the changes to the tech abilities. Not many changes to the Commando, I have to say. It's only Assault Specialist that's getting changes. Nothing else, really, for Gunnery. Gunnery is fine the way it is, to be honest. Combat Medic is fine the way it is. Needs a bit, maybe a bit more sustained healing output, but other than that, it's fine. So, not many changes there. But anyway, that is all for this video. So, thank you for joining me. We'll see you again soon, and goodbye.